see the full review of this Nokia 150 2020 edition. And I know this is a feature phone, but still we are going to see a full review of this. So I've been using this phone as my secondary for like 7 to 8 days. So I'm going to share my honest opinions about this phone to you in this video. So let us see. Let's divide this video between the pros and cons, and let's first start with the pros. Before proceeding to the full review, I'll give a quick overview of this phone. And in the front you can see this has a 2.4-inch QVGA display, and to the back we have a 0.3 megapixel camera with a LED flashlight, and to the front we also have the earpiece which doubles as the speaker, and on the top we have the micro USB and the headphone jack, and to the back we have the 1020 milliamp hour removable battery, and we do have memory card slot and 2 slots for the dual SIM, and it's a standard SIM guys, not the micro or the nano. So let's now quickly divide this video between the pros and cons. So the first pro for this device would be the build quality itself. This is completely plastic, but still it gives a sturdy feel, and I actually love carrying it when I go outside or anywhere. And even I've dropped this device for like 8 or 9 times, and this has completely survived all the drops. You can see the screen or the back, I don't find any scratches in here. So I actually love the build, and the look and feel of the device is really good. For 2020, this is a secondary phone. For this year, this is a good kind of a feature phone. This has that look to it, the modern look. For the second pro for this device would be the keypad of this phone. I actually love typing on it. Though this is a T9 keyboard, this was very convenient. As you can see, the keypad, each key is big, and this is ergonomic. The next pro for this phone would be the earpiece itself. The earpiece is placed on the top of the screen. This doubles as the speaker in this phone. We don't have a dedicated speaker under the phone or behind. So to rate the speaker, the sound quality, I would rate it as much as 7.5 out of 10 for a feature phone. This sounds good. This isn't bad, but still they could have concentrated a little bit higher or given a dedicated speaker for the songs. So when you consider songs, you gotta listen to songs using this earpiece, because only this doubles as a speaker. The earpiece is loud enough. I cannot complain for this price, but still they could have put in a little bit of work to make the earpiece on. Next pro for this device, and this is the massive pro according to me, and that would be the headphone jack placed on the top of the phone. So I've listened to a lot of songs, I've tried all the genres, and to be honest, really, this is the best ever sounding headphone jack on a feature phone. I use the flagship Oppo Reno 10X Zoom, and this does not have a headphone jack. In fact, all the smartphones these days lack the headphone jack, but the feature phones do come with the headphone jack. I didn't have much expectations for the headphone jack on this phone, but to be honest, this is the best headphone jack you can throw in on 2000 rupee phone. The One Audio Pro 10 headphones, which I bought like a month ago on Amazon, and I tested the headphone jack using these and the Sennheiser CX275S and some local earphones. This is actually a 50mm driver headphones, so I mostly used this headphones for testing this phone, and to be really honest, this just blows your mind away. I'll come up with a review for this headphone, and I also use the Sennheiser CX275S, and even that sounded pretty good. But to be really honest, this is the best headphone jack you can ever get on a phone. This is just a normal headphone jack without any support for LDAC or hi-fi audio quality. This just blows your mind away. I like this headphone jack quality very much, and I hope even smartphone manufacturers can throw such a good headphone jack quality on their phone. It also comes with a dual SIM support, but you have to use the standard SIM and not the nano or the micro SIM. But still it has a dual SIM functionality with a memory card up to 32GB. This comes with a 0.3 megapixel VGA camera. Yes, you heard it right, 0.3 megapixels. And the photos and videos shot using this phone is almost not usable. Be helpful only during some emergency situations or scenarios where you are pushed to take a video and you don't have your smartphone and you have only this. So this is almost not usable. They could have concentrated a little on camera like they have previously done on the Nokia 5310, the old model. They look good on, and even the Nokia N70 and the N70. Actually tested the quality on this phone using my Airtel 4G SIM, and the earpiece was clear and loud enough, and on the speaker mode it was even more louder. You can even literally fill this entire room with the sound at max volume. The reception on this phone is above average. I was able to get 3 to 4 bars out of 5 in here. I actually get 5 bars here for Airtel, but this was able to capture 3 to 4 bars, but that was good, and I didn't have any disconnections in between or during the usage. The pro to this phone would be its weight. This weighs just 90 grams, yes 90, which is like below 100 grams, and this thing I use the Oppo Reno 10X Zoom. This weighs almost like 210 grams. So comparing to the smartphones, this just weighs half of the weight of a normal smartphone. So if you are going out for an emergency, you can carry this on your pocket. Even it can go inside your shirt pocket. Let's now move to the cons of this device. So the first con for me would be the display itself. So I have set a black wallpaper here, and as you can see, the viewing angles are too bad. If I turn this phone to the left and right, you can see the color shifting is too much. So actually they should have concentrated on the display more. They could have thrown in an IPS LCD panel, a 2.4 inch IPS LCD panel for this price. For example, I can show you my BitBoy, which is a Game Boy clone. This thing has a 2.4 inch IPS LCD display and the viewing angles are simply great. I got this for like almost 3000 rupees. So yeah, for a gaming console they can throw in a good IPS LCD display for such a price. For a daily usage, this is a daily smartphone, a secondary smartphone. They could have thrown in a better display instead of throwing in a QVGA display. I can even see something like screen burns on this device. To the bottom corner here, I can see some dots on the screen which have different colors than the original wallpaper, and the wallpaper is completely black, but still you can see the color shifting here. This goes from black to gray, then black, then gray. So yes, the display is too bad. Next con would very well be the camera, and I've already told you about this camera. This is completely useless. This is a VGA camera, and this has certain limitations. You can't shoot a video instantly if you don't have a memory card. You need a memory card to shoot a video for this. I'll even take a picture of this camera. Okay, and I'll even shoot a video of this and post in my Google Drive or something. The next big missing thing on this phone would be an internet browser. This does not simply come with any type of internet services, which means that this lacks a browser. This has only a 2G support, so even we could have used 2G internet to browse something on the internet. They should have like provided a browser on this. If you can spend 1000 rupee more, you can buy the Nokia 5310 2020 edition, which has a browser on it. So if you are willing to spend an extra 1000 rupees, you can go with the Nokia 5310, which costs 3399. I suppose I will leave the pricing and the link to buy the phone in the description. This thing does not come with the internet browser, so which is a big miss on a feature phone. About not having any kind of internet services, this comes with only a 2G support. I don't know why Nokia is not giving any 4G support for feature phones. We are now completely living on a 4G environment. They should have at least moved this to a 3G. I guess I don't know. Like literally, if you are buying this phone, you have to only be dependent on 2G, and yes, you cannot use any kind of Geo SIMs on this phone. So only BSNL, V, and Airtel can support 2G right now. So yeah, this also comes with the Snake Zengia game. Yes, the nostalgic Snake game. and also two other games called Ninja Up and Airstrike. For the Ninja Up and Airstrike, you gotta pay some rupees to buy the game. I don't know who's gonna buy a game for a feature phone. I missed one thing in the pro section, and that is the radio on this phone. The radio quality on this phone is simply great, and when you try to open the radio on this phone, it says insert headset to get better performance, but I didn't insert any kind of headset right now, and I've tuned into some radio station now. As you can see, I'm inside a room here and I have a window here, but I'll show this phone near the camera's microphone. You can hear the sound quality already. This thing is clear enough. I'm like in center of the room right now, but as you can see, I get a good quality of sound right now. So yeah, the radio on this phone is simply great, and if you don't find any headset nearby you and if you want to listen to the radio, this thing is a great one. That's it for the review, guys, and if you have any doubts, please post in the comment section. I will try to answer to your questions. So if you want me to summarize about this phone, if you are in need of a secondary phone, you can very well go for this phone. If you don't need any kind of like good cameras or something like that, you can really go with this phone. Or if you need any internet services, a little bit better camera on a phone and with dual speakers for a great sound quality, you can go with the Nokia 5310 2020 edition, which costs 1000 rupees more than this. It's like 3399 rupees. So yeah, that was the full review for this phone. This is my first time in front of a camera. I did stutter in quite a few places, and please give your opinions in the comment section. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on your opinions. So thank you guys. Have a nice day.